Deputy Water and Sanitation Minister David Mahlobo met with stakeholders in the Emfuleni and Midvaal Municipalities to provide an update on the Section 63 intervention his department is implementing in line with the Water Services Act. This to address sewage spillage in Sedibeng's Emfuleni and Midvaal districts as a result of lack of maintenance and ageing infrastructure. The Deputy Minister joins me now for more on this. Thank you so much, Deputy Minister, for your time on SAT this evening. So sewage issues have long been a major issue in the Vaal area, but also in the province. In 2021 already, you invoked Section 63 to take control of the situation there. What progress has been made since then?
Thank you very much, Anli, and to all your viewers this evening. I'm very pleased to report that today we met with more than 50 organizations at Emfuleni as part of the political steering committee that myself and the MEC we chair. We noted a lot of progress that has been made by Water. In the main, the issues of upgrading the infrastructure, the wastewater treatment works, that had no capacity to be able to take more effluent. And the results today are indicating that after the Module 7, that additional 50 megalitres was given to the Sebokeng wastewater treatment works. Now a lot of sewer, more than 130 megalitres, which is more than 130 million litres a day, they go to be treated in that particular treatment plant. And the quality that gets discharged into the rivers is still a lot of good quality. But at the very same time, we're worried about the work that is being done on the low grade and rich sprayed, wherein more work, the infrastructure has been vandalized, and they are working on the pump stations so that they can be able to pump the sewer. And most of the pump stations now, they are functional. When we look at pump stations that are critical, pump station number 8, number 9, number 10, and most of them, they're around 80% to 100% finished. And these are the good things that this particular intervention has made. But at the very same time, the capacity of that municipality to discharge the responsibility as a Water Services Authority, there is a capacity building for their unit called Metse Alikwa. But at the very same time, through Minister Mkhunu, we've been able with Water even to buy them tools of trade to be able to respond to problems. Now, as I speak, we've given them more than 36 vehicles to be able to move around, fix the problem. There are still problems around certain pipelines that have collapsed because they are very old and because of poor maintenance. And those ones are being replaced in a number of areas. This is a very good work. And now further work that will be done is to ensure that we increase the capacity of these treatment facilities, because more sewer has been produced on the basis that the population has grown and the economy has grown in that particular area. The last point is vandalism. One of our biggest challenges as a country, there are certain people within our communities that vandalize this infrastructure. They steal this material, and we end up spending more cost around issues of safety and security instead of using that money to deal with the issues of core business of removing sewer in those communities.
Deputy Minister, I want to talk to you in addition to the lack of maintenance, ageing infrastructure, capacity issues. A very important issue that's been hampering progress in addressing these problems is cooperation between the various parties. We've seen political infighting, squabbling, finger pointing, and a general lack of cooperation from role players in these municipalities with the various departments who have a role to play. Has that situation been addressed? And how do you find the working environment between the role players?
With respect to Emfuleni, we know that currently Emfuleni, there was instability in terms of governance. The municipality has a coalition kind of an agreement. There's been a lot of stability. There's been a lot of stability. All parties, they want that particular problem to be resolved. And even the communities are working well with us, because initially there were a lot of disruptions around this particular project on the basis of financial interest, the demand of 30%, and other issues that are issues of intolerance at that particular level. But all these organizations and various political parties that are on board, we should be able to resolve the problem. Now, our biggest issue then is to deal with the issues of the financial viability, because that municipality is broke. They owe a lot of money to rent water to ESCOM. On our part, we with Minister Mthunu, we've agreed now that rent water, we need to work with them and be able to replace the entire infrastructure using rent water balance sheet, deal with the issues of water losses. They are losing more than 65% of the water that is there, and they will never be in a position to be able to pay. But other municipalities in the province, and we are very correct, there were issues of political infighting. You don't know whether tomorrow the person you're dealing with will be a mayor or not a mayor or an MMC. But even this afternoon with Minister, we had a meeting with all municipalities in the province, including the MEC for local government and the Premier. We are addressing the issues of water challenges in the province. Hence, next week, Minister Mthunu and the Premier and ourselves, there will be additional 150 million liters of pure, clean water that is suited for use by our communities. That will be added by the rainwater into the Gauteng system. And we hope that we will put politics aside and deal with the issues of water, because water is a human rights issue. But more importantly, remove the sewer spillages in our own communities.
Thank you so much for your time, for speaking to us on SAT this evening. We hope to see more progress, and thanks for the good work being done. As you say, water is a right and it is life. Our communities are absolutely dependent on it, and we've seen so much damage to many communities across Gauteng. I mean, just to name Hammanskraal as one of the communities that's seen absolute devastation because of a lack of clean drinking water resources. Thank you so much. That was Deputy Water and Sanitation Minister David Mahlobo.